Today is March the 23rd, 2022. This is the Money's Railway Day, Hebrew Miles Morrison. And today I'm going to be reading My Oath of Amnesty and Destruction from the Moorish Science Temple, the Divine and National Movement of North America, Incorporated, number 13, the Moorish American National Republic, National Headquarters, Moorish National Bureau of Vital Statistics, P.O. Box 23408, Baltimore, Maryland 21203. I, Imani Bey, do solemnly affirm in the presence of Almighty God Allah, I must henceforth faithfully support, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Union of the States thereunder, and that I must in like manner abide by and faithfully support all acts of Congress passed during the existing rebellion with reference to slaves, so long and so far as not repealed, modified, and held void by decision of the Supreme Court. That I must in like manner abide by and faithfully support all proclamations of the President made during the existing rebellion, having reference to persons held as slaves, so long and so far as not modified or declared void by decision of the Supreme Court, so help me Allah. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the Moorish American National Republic to be affixed, executed at the city of Baltimore in the state of Maryland on this 11th day of October in the year 2014. The witnesses in here are signed my attribute, Imani Bey. The witnesses were Sheikah Annette Bellamy Bey, the National Registrar, and Grand Sheikh Joel Bratton Bey, the Divine Minister and National Chairman, and Solicitor General. Next, I'm going to be reading our questionnaire and additional laws for Moorish Americans by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Act 1. Grand Sheiks and governors and heads of all temples, all businesses, each said temple must be approved by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali before acting upon by any members, let it be finance, property, or any line of life that will cause the members to sacrifice finance, etc., that will cause the support of any group of members. Any former officer that violates these laws is subject to be removed from his office under heavy restriction, etc., by the Prophet or the Grand Sheikh. Act 2. All members are to attend their adept meetings and their public meetings promptly. The members found standing around in their meeting period shall be fined 50 cents on the first case, and on the second, he will be fined $1, which will go on the emergency fund. If members is working, his monthly dues must be paid, and if he has money in the bank, he must subscribe for as much as he is able to the Moorish Uplifting Fund, because it takes finance to uplift a nation. It is lawful and divine duty. Act 3. It is lawful and divine duty for every good member, if he is able in finance, to aid me in saving the nation, and if he does not, he is an enemy to the cause of uplifting his own people, and justice must catch you. Let it be he or she according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, as I have the power invested in my hands, that I will have to enforce the law in order to save the nation. Act 4. All members, while making a public speech, must not use any assertion against the American flag or speak radical against the church or any member of the organized group, because we are to teach love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Act 5. All members must promptly attend their meetings and send the children to Sunday school, and the teacher must conform himself to the questionnaire. And let every member exercise his 5 senses who is able to do so, because from your Sunday school comes the guidance of the nation. Act 6. With us, all members must proclaim their nationality. We are teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed, that they must know that they are part and parcel of this said government, and know that they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians, because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted until 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is a new era of time now, and all men now must proclaim their free national names to be recognized by the government in which they live and the nations of the earth. This is the reason why Allah, the great God of the universe, ordained Noble Drew Ali, the prophet, to redeem his people from their sinful ways. The Moorish Americans are the descendants of the ancient Moabites who inhabited the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa. Act 7. All members must promptly attend their meetings and become a part and parcel of all uplifting acts of the Moorish Science Temple. Members must pay their dues and keep in line with all necessities of the Moorish Science Temple. Then you are entitled to the name of faithful. Husband, you must support your wife and children. Wife, you must obey your husband and take care of your children, and look after the duties of your household. Sons and daughters must obey father and mother, and be industrious to become part of the uplifting of fallen humanity. All Moorish Americans must keep their hearts and minds pure with love, and their bodies clean with water. This divine covenant is from your holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali, with the guidance of his Father God Allah. Islam. Today again is March the 23rd, 2022, and that was my open amnesty and reconstruction and the additional laws for Moorish Americans.